When you see this image of Beijing, China, with all its pollution, what do you think of? I think of a city that is not powered by nuclear energy. I think we need to usher in a new age of nuclear power in the United States to prevent our skies here in the United States from looking like they do here in Beijing, China. I will be addressing the dependence on fossil fuels, the environmental pollution, and the health benefits of nuclear energy. I think that we should adopt nuclear energy as the only source of energy in the United States because it makes sense for everyone here in the United States.
Yeah.
In the United States, we are a nation that needs energy. Currently, our main form of energy is oil and natural gas, which are fossil fuels. 85% of all the energy in the United States comes from fossil fuels, according to the National Academy of Science. This is a scary fact because global warming is caused by CO2 emissions. And that is 79% of all CO2 emissions in the United States, according to the EPA, come from fossil fuels. Additionally, we can break our dependence on foreign oil if we adopt clean American nuclear energy. We could, one, strengthen our ability to remain stable and prosperous in times of war and political turmoil because we don't need to burn all the oil we normally do because we have nuclear energy to provide that same amount of power. Additionally, health in the United States could greatly increase due to the fact that 7,500 people in the U.S. every single year, according to the Clean Air Task Force, die of fine particulate pollution from power plants that burn coal, like the one we hear at UAF and the ones all over Fairbanks. Nuclear energy could be the solution for America's energy problems in the 21st century. Nuclear energy is the only way to stop CO2 emissions that are linked to global warming. These are given off by fossil fuels. This is because nuclear energy does not emit CO2. CO2 is emitted by fossil fuel burning. This is because a nuclear reactor is powered by decaying uranium, which gives off heat. This heat is then trapped in a system and used to produce superheated steam that powers a turbine that then spins a generator and produces no gases or particulate pollution in its generation of clean electricity. According to Mahathis Mahalam of the Energy Informative, uranium, pound for pound, is 10 million times more powerful than coal. This means that 1 pound of uranium is equal to 10 million pounds of coal. Nuclear power generation is not new technology. It has been around since the 1960s. This means the United States has the technical knowledge and manufacturing capabilities to build new and even more powerful nuclear reactor plants and also to create thousands of jobs. A new nuclear power plant can be completed in as few as 5 years from the time of design to producing clean electricity in the United States. This could then replace fossil fuel burning plants, which will then improve our environment and lessen our dependence on foreign oil. In the eyes of the general public, nuclear power plants are viewed as dangerous to them and their children. This is caused by the events of the Chernobyl incident in the Ukraine, the Fukushima disaster in Japan recently, and also the 3 Mile Island incident here in the United States. But the real problem is that all these incidents were caused by there not being enough power plants built with nuclear technology, because each one currently is built with different, new, and evolving technologies. This is like Italian sports cars that are hand-built. They all break because they're done with new, unproven technology. If we were to build more nuclear power plants, we'd be able to, one, increase the safety and reliability, kind of like a Toyota Camry. This would also greatly increase the regulatory environment surrounding nuclear power plants. With more governmental regulations and more power plants to enforce, there'd be more knowledge to be shared. This would greatly increase the safety and reliability. Additionally, NASA's been putting nuclear reactors in space since the 1960s to power their satellites, robots, and keep things warm. According to the NASA and Department of Energy, they've never had a single failure with any nuclear reactor put into space by NASA. With billions and millions of miles on top of that traveled by all these projects by NASA, I don't think we'd have a problem putting nuclear power here on Earth. Nuclear energy brings to the table the only form of energy that truly has the ability to meet the rising demands of the global economy in the 21st century. If nuclear power is not adopted as a major source of power in the 21st century, the blue skies that Americans hold dear to their hearts will not be so blue and will cause acid rain from sea to shining sea. Coal power is what causes acid rain. And according to John Ha of the University of Illinois, sulfur dioxide that is in coal naturally, when burned, is emitted into the atmosphere, and when combined with water vapor, turns to an acid, which when precipitated by the rain, turns the rainwater acidic when it lands on the ground. Is this something that we want to leave to future generations of Americans, acidic rain? On the other hand, we could adopt nuclear energy as the main power source in the United States. Currently, 20% of all energy comes from nuclear power, according to the Nuclear Energy Institute. I see a future of 75% of all power coming from nuclear energy, 25% from renewable resources, and this would allow us to clean up the air in the United States and give a clean path to future generations of Americans. Now, this is the part where I need the most attention from my audience. What I need from my audience is for you to think about how much energy you consume in your daily life is electricity. This is important because every time you open the fridge, turn on a light bulb, or charge your cell phone, you're polluting the environment with CO2 and other greenhouse gases, and also causing acid rain. Is this what you envision when you charge your phone? So what I really ask my audience is for you to have an open mind and to look at the facts. The fact that 1 pound of uranium is the same as 10 million pounds of coal, and that 7,500 Americans this year will die due to fine particulate pollution. And the only way to stop that is to choose clean nuclear energy. I think the choice is very clear here. And the one thing you must do also is to petition our lawmakers. Our lawmakers can do quite a bit with the funding that we give them with our taxes. So what I ask you is to fund programs that include nuclear energy research, and also to fund NASA and their space nuclear programs. Because someday, the technology that NASA uses on the space shuttle and other space exploratory items will someday maybe transition its way into the energy that powers your home. Thank you.